can't do anything with the...
Start over. Your mic didn't turn on.
Just a minute. Now? And hey, tech problem 1. So much for the perfect tech show. It's not going to happen this week. Welcome to Craft Roulette Chatterboxes. So nice to see you. Thank you, Lisa, for telling us to unmute Mary. There are many people that have wished they could mute me. Mr. Producer, thank you for being here tonight, running the buttons. Appreciate it. Everybody here in good fine form? Ready? We've got... Oh, I do have on green. Okay, I just realized I do have green. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, founder and head professor of... I don't say that anymore. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, intrepid hostess of Craft Roulette and In Review, but this is Craft Roulette. And Craft Roulette is the ultimate paper crafting, card making game show challenge, and we're here live almost every Friday night at 6:10. Slideshow? It was super. It was totally super. You guys did a wonderful job of coming up with so many superheroes. We had super nurses, we had super moms and dads, hedgehogs, bunnies, bears, rabbits, unicorns. We had super everything. If you didn't see the slideshow, I hope you'd have a little time to do that. If you thought the slideshow was a little too fast, you always have the opportunity to go to craftroulette.live and enjoy the gallery at your own pace. It's wonderful. If you haven't yet and you feel like it's a good idea, if you could give us a thumbs up and share this show with your buddies, that would be super great too, because you are our best ambassadors and helpers. We appreciate you so much. So, what did we do today, Mr. Producer? Mr. Producer is over there with all the buttons, and he does all the graphics and all the programming for this show. But what did we do today? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Hang on. Well, I'll tell you. Let me see. I think everybody can hear me still. Anyway, we're going to I'll just keep talking because that's what I do. So, we talked about color parameters, and we changed the whole lot today. We took all of the color parameters that were like blue +2, this or that, all those little things like that. You can hear me? Okay, good. Thanks, Ceci. Sarah. We changed all of those into more broad categories, which actually fits in with the whole Craft Roulette themes. So I think we're going to have fun with it. We're going to try this or that. Let me see. I had some notes on that. We are having more technical difficulty on the back end that you don't know about yet. So I'm going to fill in the spaces here. Anyway, we did have a long staff meeting. You know that Mr. Producer, when he does staff meetings, we don't have a conversation. He dances almost and stomps and gets very animated when he's talking. And we go over all these different things. And, well, what if we do this? Then this will happen. And what if we do this? This will happen. So we talked it through and we decided to change the color parameters. So she's still not hearing.
I'm trying to chat to her.
He's okay. Karen, he's trying to chat with you. If you could check on that. She can't hear. So that's right. I forget. When you can't hear, you can't hear. Hang on. Hang on. I'm just going to talk. Yeah. You guys are going to take care of this. Anyway, so we don't want to limit you in your color expression. Colors are tricky, and sometimes... And colors, as I understand it when we're reading back through the comments, are the one thing that you have most of the, well, what do you mean? How does this work? All those kind of things, questions. And so we decided to just revamp them. If you go to craftroulette.live in a new browser and you hit Craft Roulette, the show, Craft Roulette, hover over that, the wheel parameter will pop up and you can see the all the color parameters changes. It's going to be fine. I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute here.
Can you hear us?
So Deputy Heidi's asking, is she out of a job? No. You're not out of a job, Deputy Heidi. We still have parameters. So if, here's a situation. Deputy Heidi called me on not including a parameter one time. And that's how she got the name Deputy Heidi. She called me on it during a show. And so we deputized her right then to make sure that the guest and the me include all of the parameters. So no, you actually still have to make sure that we have all 4 parameters. If you are new to the show and you don't know what the heck we're talking about, hang on. We will be explaining this as we go along. I do have a bad dad joke for you from Patty Beck. Are you ready?
We're ready.
We're ready? Okay, we're good. But I do have this joke. What do you call a big Irish spider? A moment. Patty Longlegs. Oh, just because it was St. Patrick's doesn't mean you're not going to get a bad dad joke. Generally, we do those on Tuesdays, but we had to do that this time too. So anyway, we do want to thank our spin sponsors. I'm hearing that Karen can hear us now, so we do want to thank our spin sponsors.
Oh,
sponsors. Here come the slides. Karen Burniston, why, she's our guest. She's also one of our spin sponsors this month. We'll tell you what a spin sponsor is in just a second. We also want to thank Not Too Shabby for also donating $25 gift certificates to our winners this month. That's so cool, isn't it? We love those things. And Sweet Sentiment Stamps, I think I saw you in the chatterbox. We thank you all. Tonight, by the way, if you sent in a card last week, you are eligible for one of those gift certificates, and we will be spinning later in the show, sometimes known as Lits. And it's Mega Goodie Bag Week, so it was a good thing to send in a card last week because there's some good prizes. We, however, on Craft Roulette are not sponsored by the spin sponsors. We have a wonderful group of people that say, you know, your show is fun and I want to keep you on the air. So we give you some patron support and we thank you so very much. They were the first to know about our color choices this week, for instance. Yes, thank you for the spin sponsors is right, Sharon from the brown chair. Used to be red chair. And our sponsor, our patrons are very, very dear to us. We'll talk to more about them later in the show also. There's so many things going off in the side of my head here. We do want to welcome to the show to our patron board, Sammy Rapp, Joe Henderson, Jackpot Muller, Cinna H, and we got a nice upgrade from Sweet Sheila Richardson. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us and saying thank you for being on the show every Friday night, or almost every Friday night. It's a great boost to our morale, and it helps our bottom line too. So these things aren't cheap, you know. We really need you. So thank you so much. Who else? Do we have anything else? Well, we have Mr. Mike's outfit. He did wear a little green today, and he does have your little pin on, Deputy Heidi, that you made him. So thank you so much. The House of Detizio is his personal dresser. We do have merchandise. If you need a whoa, whoa, whoa shirt, we got it for you. If you need a super glue guy shirt, we got it for you. There you go. There's all sorts of cool merchandise. You can wear it all over the world. And okay. So we do a lot of achievements around here, and we sent a Craft Roulette Club mug, I don't even know, mug to Australia. So it was so cool to see Jackie Jackpot Muller with her Craft Roulette shirt on, holding her Craft Roulette mug because she had sent in 100 cards. You know, it's just fun. This is just, we don't teach, we don't sell, we don't do anything like that. We just try to have a good time, and when everything is working, it works. It's even more fun. So
I think it's working.
Everything's working?
I think it's working.
Good. Well, then we'll get this done. For the first time, too, Craft Roulette from Texas. We have an engineer turned creative die creator. We have Karen Burniston. Please welcome her with a Craft Roulette welcome. My goodness. So, I know. Let's just take a moment. It's panic time, isn't it? When that kind of thing happens.
Yes.
She has her heart.
I think it was all my doing too, so. Don't touch any buttons. Just once everything's working, don't touch nothing.
So true. It's so true. That's why we have Mr. Producer. We would just be holding tin cans to our ears and trying to do a show like that if it wasn't for him. But we do welcome you. Thank you. And it is a terrible moment when, and you know what? That the worst is over. Now you're going to go to the wheel and go, I got this. I couldn't even hear them before.
Exactly.
Yeah, you've done the worst. You've gotten through the technical problems. Crafting, we can do that. We welcome you. Thank you so much. For the people that do not know who Karen Burniston is and what makes her a crafter, what do you like about crafting and things like that? Give us our little synopsis of Karen Burniston, please.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been crafting for a lot of years, tons and tons of years, and started out as a rubber stamper making cards. Then I had kids and kind of got into scrapbooking for a while, and it was really the scrapbooking that led me more to product design. So I used to design scrapbooking products, and then it was through that teaching at events that I started to kind of reference back to some of those pop-ups that I used to make in the early days, cutting everything by hand. And I started to incorporate those into my scrapbook layouts in my classes. And then that from there kind of just led into this idea of making dies that would make these interactive cards much easier. And believe me, I am like the biggest fan of the fact that a die will cut and score and do all that stuff for me. So that's kind of the migration of it. But yeah, I design dies
and they're not simple dies, but you do have some simple dies. But you also have all the pop-ups and the interactives, and you've got the little things that look like octagons or something. I don't even know. And when I first started talking to you, and I was going, I've never tried one of your dies. It's like, I'm sorry, but they scare me. And you said, no, you can do it. You can do it. And so I tried one, and I did it. I watched one of your videos and I'd stop it and I'd do the step and then I'd do it again. And so I was looking for it tonight before the show and I thought, where did it go? And then I realized I had put it in an envelope to send to a friend. So it's not here anymore.
Well, I think you kind of hit too, like you said, when you put it on an envelope. I saw the remnants of your desk though when you showed that card. Is that I think why I'm drawn to pop-up cards is because they're sort of like everybody wins with that type of card because they're really fun to make. And then when you make it and it works, you're opening and closing your own card like, oh, look what this thing I made. And then you send it to somebody and they're always really impressed. So, it's kind of like they're fun to give and they're fun to receive and they're fun to make. And there's no losers in that, so that's
do you think of kids and things like that when you're designing them, or is it kids of all ages? Yeah,
I think they're for everybody. I mean, anybody that gets a card from me is going to get a pop-up card, and I think they're fun for everybody.
I can't imagine any not having, and there some cards you send them and they're complicated and the recipient if they're not card makers may not know what to do, but yours are kind of like independently interactive. So they just happen. They don't have to be, you have to twist this and turn that. You just open it and and the choir starts singing. Yeah. So it's a cool thing. I did want to say, Buell Ask is in the chat. I'm seeing there. It's Sweden. She's in Sweden, so it's in the middle of the night, and she stayed up to watch you because she's a big fan. I wanted to make sure that we gave her a little shout out because staying up.
We're also a big fan of hers because the cards that she posts in our Facebook group are like insane. I mean,
yeah. She's an amazing crafter.
Yeah,
but she's over there with Christina and they're staying up. I'm not sure if we have any of our people from the UK up tonight or not. They were going to take some naps so they could watch. It's just remarkable. That's
true. It is really
this group. Yeah, it is. Anyway, well, you and I bonded over the fact that we both have masks.
Yes,
we have a messy desk. And so we're going to get crafting to see how these clean desks that we have now can become masks of happiness in just a few minutes. But you had a question you were going to ask me.
I do have a question. I wanted to know, what is Craft Roulette?
Let's find out. So glad to have everybody here. Let's get Craft Roulette really started.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Back into business here. So, yep, that's what Craft Roulette is. We are here almost every Friday night at 6:10 is when all the activity starts. And you are always welcome. We save a spot right here for you. What was I going to say? Somebody else is up in the middle of the night from the UK. I saw somebody, or no, from South Africa or somewhere.
Yeah, South
yes,
Africa.
my goodness, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. Once I hit the pillow, it's lights out. I don't know how you do it. I'm in total awe. Anyway, look at all those pins dropped from last week's cards. This is just all the submissions from last week. We got 248 contributions last week. We're up to 13,261. My good golly. We do like to have a lot of achievement awards around here. They pretty much are meaningless, except, you don't get any real benefits. It's not like you get pensions or special discounts, lounges, things like that. But we do like to say thank you so much for joining us, carving out a little bit of time for us to share your inspiration and your craft, your art projects. It really is cool. I can just tell you that. It is really cool. I'm wondering who that is in the far north of Canada. Just up there by themselves. I'm going to have to look over the list and see who you are. Anyway, what did we do last week? Our project was a shaped card. I thought all the shapes that you came up with were just remarkable. The colors we had to use were yellow, green, blue. You will see a little bit of variance in there. And then the element was superheroes. You went all over the place with superheroes, doing great honors to all sorts of groups and animals and bees even. It was a wonderful variety. I thought it was very cool. It showed a lot about your personality. And then we had to include some kind of fancy circles, and some of those are double dipped, like Crafty Al. I could have said her card was a fancy circle. So you can put 2 parameters together and it works. But she made super pencil. Everybody needs one. Super pen. You know it's a super pencil because it's got a cape and sunglasses. It's super cool pencil. I loved it. Anyway, she's always a lot of fun. It was her 9th time to the show, and we always appreciate when she comes on. And her reactions to the parameters are some of my favorites. She does it all. Don't you, Crafty Al? Anyway, so this next part is on a timer. Are we going to bring Karen on with us?
Karen, would you like to come on for this part?
All right. We are going to celebrate the people that have sent in their cards for the first time. We're going to talk about our major milestone achievers. Those are the people that have sent in 25, 50, 75, 100 and beyond cards. Our leading ladies for the week, Club 52, and we do have a new Mug Club member. So let's find out who they are. Welcome to Craft Roulette, Jan. You make easels? JL? Teapot. Diane. Yes. Nina. Bees. Mary Lou. Christy. Can't remember how many new people we had. It was like 9 or something. Allison. A unicorn in swimming trunks. Amy. From the UK. Mario from Texas he made a weird blue guy. He's a junior crafter. Petra, welcome from the Netherlands. And I hope your friend is feeling better. Yawaka? Jenny. I'm terrible with names. So is everybody. Gloria. Christina. She dropped it in water right after she took the picture. Kathy. Kathy again. Blaska. Cool. Sammy. Also a new patron. Sue, I assume Ellen Clark. That's an interesting cut. Major milestone achiever, 25 cards, Pam. 25 cards, Judy. 25 cards, Tamra. Silver milestones. Golden milestone to Kathy Morris. Well done. Meg. That's beautiful. Arlene is what is it called? 100. She's a mug clubber. She made this. Jackie Muller is a leading lady with 115. Smurf Murphy also has 115 as a leading lady as well. Kathy Herring has sent in 119 cards and is a leading lady. Alyssa 5K, now 6K Lamone, 121 cards. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 132 cards consecutively, as has Patty Beck plus a few more. She's up to 149 consecutive cards. Buell is now a Club 52 member. New to Club 52 also is Kendra with the bug-eyed guy. Susie from Club 52. He looked like a tired teacher. Marie is also new to Club 52 from Australia. Welcome, Pam, to Club 52. Look at those shamrocks. And April. We had a bunch of Club 52 people this week. And Margaret. That's so cool. I've known Margaret a long time. Congratulations to you all. Again, Club 52 members, you may be new to Club 52, but you have no frequent flyer miles. You don't get any discounts, no coupons. Just the satisfaction of knowing that you have sent in a year's worth of cards, which is just astounding and just very special to us. I think it definitely deserves a little nod from us and a thank you. So thank you. And Arlene DeTizio, who is the powerhouse behind the House of DeTizio, is now a mug clubber. You will be getting a mug. I am way behind on my mug club sending out mugs, but that's how it is. I don't have a good secretary. I'd fire myself if I could. But so far, it doesn't seem like a good idea. But we do thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate you, applaud you, and thank you. So, that's the part. When we get to the end of that, Karen, I know you're kind of new to Craft Roulette. But when we get to the end of that, it's when we pull out the parameters. Are you ready? Okay, we're all inspired. We had those beautiful cards to get to look at. We're not going to have anything like that, I bet, this time. It'll be all new. All new. It could be, who knows? I don't even know what we're going to get. There's no way to know. We talked a lot. You and I talked a lot about preparing for the show.
Yeah.
What did I keep saying? It was just like, good luck.
Yeah, you kind of told me it was not possible, and it's pretty true. I started going through the list, going, okay, well maybe, but then, if it's a weird combination, it doesn't work anymore. So anyway, we're just gonna have to let go and trust. Right. Okay, we've got your your audio is back. She's basically. And
that was me. That was my fault.
Okay,
that wasn't yours. You don't have to be nervous.
Boy, it's my turn next. What will I do? Do I get a turn? Anyway, you're an engineer, so you're a planner. You probably are pretty methodical. You think about things that could happen if you do this or that, right? So this is
Yeah.
really kind of new territory in some ways.
It is, but I'm also a very last minute Lucy sort. Like I just, I procrastinate if I have a little extra. I'm very deadline driven, so I need that deadline to get me going. And then sometimes that produces some of my best stuff. So I'm hoping to tap into that.
Okay. I think you're going to, I keep saying she's going to be fine. I know she is. So we're going to just help her along, right? Chatterbox, they always have lots of great ideas if we feel like we're floundering. I've taken lots of ideas from them. Yeah. So those are our 4 parameters: project, colors, element, and random. We are going to be spinning for one in each of those columns. But first, we get to, we always let our patrons veto a couple of them. Since we changed the color parameters, like 14, 15, 17 of them this afternoon, we aren't going to be able to use the vetoes from the poll. But for the element, they vetoed children's story 21. That just means if we land on 21 when we're spinning for element, we will spin again. If you want to use children's story and it fits in the parameters we do get, it's all fair game and you're welcome to do it. Random, they said no thank you to masking. There it is. There it is. And now, Karen Burniston, you get to choose a veto if you would like. Would you like to veto something? Is there something you don't want to make?
I think I'm going to veto the A9 card, and only just because that's a big card, and that means a lot of space that I would have to fill. So I think I would like to stick with smaller size cards that I feel very confident about.
Well, hearing that about your A9, it is your chance now to put your chips on the table and tell us exactly what card you would like to have the wheel dictate to us tonight. What would you like for a project?
My project, you're never going to guess, but I want pop-up, which is number 14.
Pop-up. You know, a lot of people are afraid of that.
Yeah, but you're probably going to get a pop-up no matter what comes up. So just know I'm gonna shoehorn that pop-up into anything that comes up.
Well, that would be fun to watch. Which colors do you look good to you?
You know what? With the new color parameters, I mean, there's so many ways that you can go with any of these. I wasn't scared by any of them. I thought they were all great. I thought they're all great. I look forward to whatever comes up.
Okay. All right.
Is there one that you would like, though, that sticks out to you?
Probably, I like Daisy Garden. That just sounds fun to do those kind of colors. So yeah, okay. Exactly. So I have to pick. All right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. And we are going to be talking about this before we go get our craft supplies here in just a minute. So if these things aren't making any sense to you, hang on. We're going to talk about them. For element, what do you like on a pop-up card? Let's just face it. It's going to be a pop-up card.
It's going to be a pop-up card. I mean, I think I could. Obviously anything that's like a bouquet or whatever, that's you can put flowers on. So that
okay.
I'm kind of sticking with that floral thing. That would be really, really nice if that came up. But
okay,
yeah, we'll go with that.
And random, what's a technique or something that you would love to be able to use?
I think the easiest would be something from my mask because there's just so much stuff here that I could just I'll just put that on there. But yeah, maybe. Oh gosh, they're all so good.
That's fair.
Maybe. I don't know. How about crumple paper? Because that would be a fun
paper.
Thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a fun
Number
challenge.
3. So if the wheel is going to be nice to you, he's going to give you a pop-up. You're going to use Daisy Garden colors for a bouquet, and then use crumple paper somehow.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
I can think of a card right off the top of my head that would look, when you hear those parameters, don't you kind of see cards in your head already forming?
Yeah. Already.
Yeah. See how this works? All right. Well, let's give this guy, I think that sounds beautiful. Let's give this guy a warm-up and see what he's feeling like tonight. If he's feeling generous. All right. And for project, will we get pop-up or will Karen get pop-up? One way or the t'other, she's going to do it. I know it. 23. Well, you got a little bigger size card than an A2, but a 5x7 isn't bad. We are going to talk about ways to work around that. For colors, look at all those funny colors, you guys. Number 11, spring.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah. Element. If it doesn't turn spring here soon, it's going to have snow colors. 17 starts with G. So we're going to be using something that starts with G. And for random, yeah, A9's big.
Yeah, it is big.
The big boy. 22, outside the line. They're kind of abstract.
They are a little bit.
Little bit, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna have to do some thinking, but we'll think of something. I think your choices made much more sense.
Yeah.
But we can work with these. And right now, I was telling Karen that generally there's like this timeline. You get the wheel out, you start spinning it, and you just go, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. And then you get the parameters and you're like, I got nothing. Then we talk about it and then we go, I've got too much stuff. Then you just have to get back down to the earth again and go for what you can work with. And then you come up with something. So I see all sorts of things coming in the chatterbox already for ideas, but we're going to talk about each and every one of these. Remember, this is your art project. We don't tell you what to do. We don't tell you what to use. We do say you have to use those 4 parameters, but it's up to you how to use them. We've always said if you can justify it, it's fair game. And to that, since it is an art project, there are different spectrums of art. There are the Google, what's my definition art? And then there's clear over, that's so abstract, I don't even know what they're talking about. Please define it for me. That's fine. And then all the space in between, which is what we see a lot of, and it's cool. So with that said, now let's talk about this 5x7. Do you like 5x7s?
I do.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, and
they're a little bigger.
They're a little bigger. Gives you a little more space to fill, which is nice. Yeah, I think I like a 5x7.
5x7s,
like
and I'm sorry.
I'm gonna like it tonight.
That's right. You would. Right. Do you ever make them on your own? Or?
I do. Recently, I've been making a few more 5x7s because we actually have a die set now to fit 5x7 cards because people have been asking for it. So
smart.
Yeah. So I've been making more recently.
Okay. I don't make a whole lot of them. Just, most people don't like them because they can't take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and cut it in the middle. You have to make a little more effort, but you can take a 10 by 7 piece of paper and cut it and have a 5x7. Generally speaking, the project is going to be a 5x7 card. Is there ways to interpret that, Mr. Producer, into an abstract definition?
I'm thinking the easiest, you'd have to pull pretty deeply from a hat to get there. So you'd have to do some work. Mm-hmm. I think it is possible to get that abstract, but it's a heavy lift.
Yeah, so most of the cards we will see will be 5x7s,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yes,
that's okay.
I think so too.
That is. So colors for spring. This is a new twist on our color parameter. Colors are tricky, and warm colors can be different to one person than a cool color to another. They can all be the same. They can be intermingled, and it was getting too hard for us to decide. Well, is it our computer that we're seeing these colors wrong, or is it this, or is it that? And we didn't want to get into the refereeing and negotiating, so we looked at the color parameter and went, it doesn't really fit in our parameter spectrum. We need to open it up so that people can use whatever colors they think will work in those parameters openly, just like we do with the other ones, except for this 5x7.
Yeah.
There's always exceptions, right? So spring, I think of bright green pinks, yellows, bright, beautiful colors, clean and fresh, nice light blue skies. What do you think of?
I agree with you, but I also think my daisy garden would work in spring colors too.
I
So
think so
yeah,
too.
I think spring is a great choice because there are so many different flower colors and everything out there. So you can,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know,
it's going to be pretty much whatever you want. Now on spring though, to me, I don't think of dark colors too often. I don't think of shady colors. I don't think of like you could have like the maroons and things like that, the darker colors. I don't think of those, but maybe somebody else will. We just want to know what you guys think and you can go with it. But
but also, oh, sorry.
no, go for it.
I was thinking, but there's a lot of rain in the spring, so you could almost do like a gloomy kind of sky with some umbrellas and stuff, and that could
Oh,
be
that's true too, dang it.
right.
And not
Yeah.
the colors. So yeah, this is setting your palette, not necessarily the element. And so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
just wide open, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why
And a
don't
lot of times people will take the color and project it into the element. We've seen that a lot. Where and that's fine. It's like, okay, that's in your brain and is kind of going, these work together. I'm going to use it. And it's just perfect. Why not? Double dip. Go for it. It's fine. So we can go gloomy, we can go bright, we can go
right?
pastels, we can go just about anything. It'll be fun. It'll make a tornado season colors original Londoner. There you go. You can
Yeah,
have
see?
those beautiful greens in the sky that the sky becomes right before the tornado rips your hat off. But yep, that's it. That's true. Just tell us in the description what you're thinking so we can understand it and enjoy your interpretation. G. Anything? Oh, Sue, that's a
There's
smart
been a
one.
lot of G's in the chat.
G
A
for
lot of
grade,
suggestions.
gradient, geometric, garden, goofy,
Grass was my first thought.
grass. Grass would work.
And
Graduate. That's a good one.
This is one of those things where the element doesn't have to be the focal point. It could be
Correct.
something off to the side. So
Correct. Because we just don't do anything like to. We just let you go crazy, don't we?
within limits, yes.
Within limits. Gnome. That's true. Any of those silent G's. Garden.
Oh,
It starts
yeah, no,
with G.
that's true. Write that down.
Gold. Goat. Galoshes is good. Girly. Giraffe. G has so many different sounds. Gate. Grandma. Yeah. Yeah. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? Now we're opening it way up, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is the part of where we're going, oh man, there's so many things you can do. And then outside the line, I don't know what I'm going to do for G. What I'm going to do is go over to my cards or my element or my stamps and things and just look through there and look for a G and pray that I've got one. But I'm pretty sure I do because there's so many G words. Yeah. Yeah. A farmy card with a gate. Galoshes,
We're working our
spring.
way through the alphabet with that parameter, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Outside the line. We've had this before, but it's been a while, and it was a really great parameter when we had it before. I don't remember, though, right off the top of my head what people did. But outside the line could be coloring outside the line. You could have something breaking a frame that goes over the line. Blah, blah, blah. You can have letters that are not on the line but floating above if you wanted to do a sentiment, make a line. Maybe outside the line could be on a little piece of notebook paper and you're not on the line. I'm just trying to think of all sorts of stuff, but I don't have anything more than that right now. I remember everybody, googly eyes, that's a good one, Janet. I remember people were very creative. I don't remember what episode it was either, so you can't really go back and find it right off. But breaking anything that's not, you can be a sloppy colorer. It's my kind of thing. I'm going to be good this week. I like that. So outside the line to you, Karen?
Yeah, I was thinking breaking the frame would be a good way to do
Mm-hmm.
outside the line.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned that was that's a good one. That's a little tricky outside the. I mean, obviously you could color outside the lines, but
Right. Well, a line can be just about anything.
right,
It can be
it
the
really
line of a
could.
stamp, or a line of a letter,
Or
or a line of color.
or maybe you have a runaway balloon. So the line is the balloon spring, and I don't know, the balloon is flying up or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know. You could have a little road with a line in it, and anything on the outside of that road would be outside the line.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Or you can just draw a line on your card and put everything beyond it.
Right.
Picasso didn't. What would he do outside the line? He'd say, "Bring it."
Yeah. Would.
He would.
Yeah.
He'd say, "I'm not scared by any parameter, and neither should you be."
Well,
That's right.
that of the four tonight, that might be the slight scariest for me. But I'm getting some
Mm-hmm.
ideas in my head. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that one's
Well, if you are comfortable with this discussion and you think you've got some direction, are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then what we'll do is we'll break and let everybody enjoy the moment of me being very sophisticated, talking about our new show in review, and then we'll meet again. Just let us know when you're ready, and
Okay.
we'll start a craft time. Okay?
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah. I don't think the wheel was generous though. I think he's testing you.
You didn't tell the wheel it was my first time.
He doesn't care what I think.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's heartless.
All right.
We'll be right back. Enjoy this word from our sponsor. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Whodunit Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. There we are. Aha. So I've got Granny and Gramps here. I'm going to pull in a little bit. There we go. I got Grammy and Gramps over here on their little motorcycle. This was stamped and sent to me by Kathy Herring. And so I thought, well, that would be perfect, Granny and Gramps. And I will just sit here and color and enjoy watching Karen do her thing and make some spring colors here. So since I don't have any restrictions, I'm feeling footloose and fancy free. So good. Well, thank you, Carol. Aren't I just a mess? It's just like, oh well, whatever. Sometimes do you ever watch movies and think that's the character I would be playing? And my characters are never the sophisticated people. It's just like, nope, not sophisticated this week. I think we're gonna, I don't even know. I'm just gonna pick a bunch of pretty colors. This is fun. We thought for a while, like we really agonized over this, but I think I think it's a good choice. So we're good. Great stamped image. Yes, I don't know if Kathy's here tonight or not, but thank you for the stamped image. It's perfect. Let's see, what else do I want? I don't know how I'm going to do outside the line, except maybe just do a little line right here for the like the road. And I'm just going to, coloring outside the line is probably my best choice. Yeah. There's still color parameters, but they're just going to be so different.
Take your time.
It's going to be so different. And for In Review, which is the patron follow-up to In Review, I am going to talk about ways to think about the color parameters now. So anyway, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I spent some time just thinking about it today, and it was quite enjoyable. Kind of like my little craft roulette philosophical thoughts kind of things. Okay, so should we make her? She looks pretty. I think she's colorful. I'm going to go ahead and just start coloring her, because I think Karen's probably pretty fast when she gets all her ducks in a row. Did you guys see? Have you seen the meme where the ducks are all in a row? And it's like, finally, it happened. Oh,
we're gonna bring Karen back in.
All right.
Okay.
And there she is.
I just went on a quick run, and I just grabbed a bunch of spring-like colors.
Yeah, your papers look a little bit springy, like my choice of pencils.
You got the same. Oh, I didn't grab a pink though. I should probably incorporate some pink if I can. Huh? Well, we're gonna let this.
Kathy's here.
Oh, Kathy's here! Yay! Thanks for this little image. I'm going to be able to use it.
Let's see.
So, what else are you thinking there, Miss Burniston? What are you going to do for us?
Well, I think I'm going to do a Rockin' Rectangle pop-up card, which has been one that I've been kind of wanting to dig out and use again. And it's super generic, so I could, that was one of the ones I had my fingers crossed that the wheel would be nice enough that I could use that die tonight, because it's real generic, and then I can put whatever I want on it. So
that works.
So my item with a G, I think I'm going to do a gator. And I might dress him up with a couple little accessories or something. And I don't really know what this card is going to be, like what sentiment it would be really, but maybe just a birthday card or something.
Yeah. So do you feel like a sentiment is necessary for a card, or do you just, or like note cards that just wait and see kind of thing?
So that's a good question. I guess I don't, make sure I'm on here. I guess I don't always have to have a sentiment, but even if I was just sending it for nothing, I probably would put like just saying hello, or just because, or I don't know. I guess I always do put a sentiment on it, but you're causing me now to rethink like my.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. I think.
I know Sarah Liz, who's been on the show, has emergency cards. And so in her emergency cards, they just have the design on the front, and then she leaves a space for a sentiment, and then her sentiments are just going to fit whatever space is going to be on that emergency card, so she can match the sentiment with the cause.
That is a very good idea.
Which is pretty smart. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I really am known for, I make an awful lot of cards and I don't send very many cards.
You're my kind of people. You are my kind of people.
They tend to end up in my sample, my traveling haven't been traveling as much, obviously, since the pandemic, but you go out and you go to an event where you're teaching or something, and you need to bring lots of sample cards. Why don't I take that down?
Right.
And so the samples that I make in my videos and stuff, they often end up staying with me instead of
for years and years. Right?
Yes. For years and years.
Yeah. I have a pile of stuff that was my mom's, and I have to get through that. My reward for that, she's been gone for 4 years, but my reward for that is to go through all my cards and start to sort them. But it's a reward because I'm going to get to visit all these cards that I've made that I have completely forgotten about, and it's going to be fun. But I know what you mean. They just, I always think, well, I could teach this, or I need this for a sample.
It's really the needing it for a sample that ends up in. I mean, my mother's birthday is in a few days, and she has even, I hate to even admit this, but there have been times when I will send her a photograph of her card, sometimes even a video, and say, Mom, here's your card. It's going with me out to California next week or whenever I was going, and I'll get it to you one of these days. So what I should do is I should send her like all of her, you'll get this someday cards.
Well, Mom, maybe we should send your mom a whole bunch of cards.
Yeah.
Well, I would make very simple cards for my mom, and she would keep them on her microwave. She'd tape them right up, and then give them back.
Oh, Steve, here's where 5x7 is coming to bite me because I can only get 2 of my big rectangles. All right, that's okay. I like a challenge.
Yes, yeah. I like your, yeah.
Gosh, you're already coloring and everything.
Oh, I'm just piddling around. Don't worry about it.
So yours Seriously. Is going to be those two. They look like they're a lot of fun.
I think they do look like fun. They look like you could meet these guys in a diner and listen to them and really have a good day.
So you were talking about your mom's microwave. Our microwave bit the dust a week ago, and I know, and it has been a little bit of an ordeal because well, first we had to decide if we were going to try and repair it, but it was a Kenmore brand, and they don't really make those anymore. And
okay,
so you can't necessarily get parts. So it was like, are you going to spin the wheels, so to speak, on whether or not it's a part they can get, or are you going to replace the microwave? It's pretty old. It's a pretty old microwave. So we went for the replacement route. So the new one came today. So we've been a week without a microwave. A week.
That's a long time.
You don't know
how, really you don't know how much you use them, right?
Yeah, you really don't know how much you use them until you don't have one for a week.
So how'd you cook?
Well, we
eat cold spaghetti.
Well, no, we have a air fryer and like a pressure cooker and a.
You got a few things.
Thing with like a. Okay, let's see. Let's do.
So you had stand-ins.
We had stand-ins. I guess I don't really cook in the microwave that much, except for like broccoli or, but like heating things up,
melting butter.
Yes,
things
exactly.
Like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We're making him ride a pink bike, and she's gonna ride in a blue car. Sidecar.
Let's see.
It's hard to tell what is what on this, but
oh,
okay, that's her scarf. That is her.
I've somehow managed to leave a little chat thing on my. How do I get that to come back? Yeah.
Do you have a technique because you do have all these dies? Do you have a technique to keep all the pieces in order while you're putting together your card? Because that is a tricky thing for me because I get so much stuff on my mesk.
Well, I go through the mesk at the end and find any dies and put them back on their thing. Like if I was good, I would put them, back on their little magnet sheet, or I even have like a magnetic bowl that I could get out and I could throw them in there. But they just end up on the mask and then I have to go through and find them.
And I had something magical.
I have been known to drop dies in the trash, which is awful because then you got
Oh my gosh, yes. Especially those little ones.
The magnetic little, wand tools and stuff like that. Those can be helpful for that, but ultimately,
you need a little Geiger counter.
Fishing through trying to find them. This is kind of a really fun thing, though, because I actually don't have to explain what I'm doing, right? In other words, I just get to craft. Oh, that's exciting. Exciting.
Yeah. It's different.
Really
and sometimes people kind of wait, I'm not telling everybody what I'm doing. And it's kind of a hard switch, but no, we just talk.
My videos are
we don't teach steps and things.
Yeah, steps. Do this first, do this second, whatever. Like
I just got outside the line. Okay, that parameter is met. I just made a mess. So I'm good.
I'm going with getting my 5x7, my parameters again, and gonna get my base going and then figure out.
Look at that.
Things.
Look, see, it's do you do origami?
I did do origami, but I don't do that much origami.
But your dies are die making steps and things it's a little origami-ish.
Yeah, well, there are definitely origami folds in the the way that that things are designed to move, but it's interesting because you have to. Designing it as a die is a little different too, because then you have to think of the parameters, of is it easy enough for everybody to do? Is it explainable? Is it, you know what I mean? So you have to think through about you're not in control of what materials people are using. So on this one, there's a little fold over tab that makes this twice as thick. So I know that no matter what cardstock they were using, that wouldn't collapse, so it's just things like that. So.
Wow, that is a whole nother set of considerations.
We need to bring in another spring.
It's pretty good. That's interesting.
Well,
I just got a lot more respect for you. Even I think die creation is remarkable, but having to think all through the supplies that people are going to be using, I never saw that one coming.
We just got
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we just tell them, well, you got to use a heavyweight cardstock, or you know what I mean? I can't.
Right. Right.
But if I could have done two of those.
Mr. Producer has this little thing that when people get a card submitted before the end of the show, a toast pops down from the top, and we're just going to let everybody in the chatterbox enjoy them, and I can't look up and see them because I'm not going to get my project done. so they
we were calling everybody's name out, and it was a little disruptive. So,
but keep it coming. Go ahead.
The little thing will pop up, but we just wanted to say that we can't. It's too disruptive to say everybody's name, but we see it.
And congratulations, and thank you so much.
Sammy sent in the first card, and that will be the last name we say.
And Sammy is a new viewer, and she is a new patron. So that's real good. Double.
That was very fast.
That was.
And she's a fast crafter. That's what I was about to say. Oh my gosh.
She's
fast crafter.
I think her parameter starts with G was go, go, go.
And we know the picture is a little small. It's not really the place to look at it. If you want to look at it, most people post a copy of their picture in the Facebook group. And then our website, the gallery, goes live on Monday.
And next Friday, you can watch it on the slideshow. So there's lots of opportunity to enjoy it. We do have a Facebook group, as do you, and we'll talk to you in just a second about it. But we do have a Facebook group. It's really a nice group of people, and it is called Craft Roulette Show Facebook group. It is private. So it doesn't mean that you can't be a part of it by any means. It is just private. So all you have to do is answer the questions, and you're automatically accepted. If you don't answer the questions, then it prompts me to check it out and I automatically decline them. So, Karen, what about your Facebook group? What do you do in there?
So our Facebook group is called Karen Burniston Pop-Up Peeps. And it is also a Facebook group where you have to answer a couple questions, mainly just to keep out, like you do, you have to,
Right.
the questions are easy. They're like, do you own a die cutting machine?
Right.
Even if you don't, it's okay. But,
Right.
so, and we have people from all over the world that are posting things in that group. It is, the things that they post are incredible. And, the different interpretations of the dies is one of the, I joke with my design team, and I know there's several of them in the chat tonight and stuff, that like, I think one of my favorite times of a new release is when I send the dies out to the design team and then get to see their vision. Because up until then, it's just only been whatever I could think to do with it. But they get the dies. And then after that is when the public gets, when the peeps get them. And then I get to see what they do with them. And I'm like, oh, never thought of that. So,
it is so fun, isn't it?
it is so fun. They are.
That's what we're absolutely addicted to that here at Craft Roulette. To see what people come up with. It's just wonderful. These guys are just cute as can be. I like them. And they do look so springy.
Yes, those are great colors. Okay.
They really don't look like they're on an autumn tour. Oh, but if you think of spring colors as autumn tour colors, it's all yours now. Yeah.
Spring looks different around the world. So.
It does. It does. In the desert, it wouldn't look the same.
I'm starting to wonder if I should change my. Well, no, I'm not going to.
Your first guess is often the best at this
is
point.
It? Okay,
yeah.
I'll take it from the seasoned pro of improv crafting.
Yeah, you can remake them. Sometimes you get parameter worms, kind of like song worms that get in your head, and so you get a parameter worm, and it just keep making things over based on those parameters. And based on those parameters, and it's amazing how many different ways you can use the 4 parameters too.
Yeah.
So you may find out that you use these parameters for a couple days, and it's kind of cool that way, because you look back and do you ever go, like you go on benders with your cards and you go, oh, I just made one. I made this, and then you make another one. It's got some similarities, but you've already put that one away and you don't think about it. And then you look at it and go, I kind of see a pattern here. And it's good. It's fun. It is a fun thing. Well, we do have some questions from our patrons. Actually, let's start with the old political factions. Here on Craft Roulette, we have 2 political factions. We have Team Orange and Team Purple. It doesn't mean that they're your favorite colors. It just means if you had to choose one or the other to vote for your team, which one would you choose? I'm looking at your colors right now. I'm kind of thinking Team O, but I don't know. Where do you feel like you fall in this line of philosophical debate?
I think I would be on Team Orange.
Very good. I got it right.
You got it right?
Because I thought you were, because you've got both of those papers are a little bit yellow undertone instead of like purpley, violet undertone type stuff. So Team Orange is usually, it just means that you like orange more than you like purple. That's all there is to it. It's nothing fancier than that. But we found out that a lot of times people that are Team Orange really they like orange a lot more than they like purple. And the people that like purple, they are so loyal to their color. They love purple. So, that's That's kind of just how it is. So we like to get that out of the way so we know where we stand with you. But we do have some patron questions.
Okay.
Guess what? There are a lot of them about dyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Gwen Simmons asks, Karen, what inspired you to start designing your 3D dies and cards?
Okay. Well, the pop-ups were already a hobby of mine from way back in those stamping days that I talked about earlier. And because I one of the best things I learned in engineering school, honestly, was how to like CAD draft things. And so I used to be able to make templates for pop-up cards that I would just print on the back of the cardstock, and then you have to use an X-Acto knife and a scoring tool and all ruler and all that kind of stuff. And I started teaching classes like that back in those scrapbooking days. And I started making interactive layouts where people would have to come to class with their X-Acto knife and their ruler and their scoring tool and something probably to mop the sweat off their brow, because I worked them hard, and they would they'd have to make those pop-ups by hand, and they were wonderful. 3 hours later, they'd have a great pop-up. But then I got approached actually by Sizzix and said, well, we can make your templates into dies. And at the time back there in the early, when was that? Probably 2008 or so. I only thought die cutting was this thing. That's the thing I had. You know what I mean? I had a Sizzix machine that was red.
Right.
And you pushed a lever down and it just pressed a die, and the dies were about this big. Or if you had a quick cuts machine, it was a lever thing, but the dies were like 2x2 squares. And so I said to them, I said, well, how could you make a die? And they said, oh, we'll do it for this machine, the roller machine. And I went, oh, okay.
Oh.
So that's kind of that. I got approached about basically taking my templates and turning them into dies. So that's how it all started. And I designed for them as a licensed artist for 5 years, and then went to Elizabeth Craft Designs, and then kind of out on my own with my business partner Tanya.
Those Sizzix things were heavy.
Yes.
They were amazingly heavy, but I felt like we were really, really something when we first got them. It was like, whoa, this is so cool.
It was
especially when you did classes.
Yeah, it was hard to travel with those big giant steel rule dies. And it was a little bit like the steel rule. You really didn't need the steel rule to do pop-ups, because you're really only making pop-ups out of paper, and a steel rule die can cut through chipboard and, heavier materials, leather and things like that. So, but that's what we had at the time. And then when the wafer thin started coming in, then everything kind of converted over.
I think I was doing classes in my house. I wasn't traveling, but I don't think I would have. I think I just would have said no. I don't think so. Yeah. You don't understand. This is really heavy. I don't want to go anymore.
Really heavy.
It's really heavy. Yeah.
Well, I kind of had to take the dies with me for the demo portions, because for the class part, you pre-cut everything. But but you'd want to have some dies in a die cutting machine to show people, especially at trade shows and things like that. And that they were heavy. They were insanely heavy. But
you're a trooper. That's what I'm thinking. Because they were bears to carry.
Okay, it's 5x7. Spring colors. I've got grass that starts with G, so I'm going to double up on the G. And I think this is my outside the line.
It's really, perfect.
Yeah,
using paper outside the line. I'm colored, and I have totally colored outside the line multiple times. Gwen also asks, is there a crafting method that you have not tried but would like to?
Oh, I probably, if I knew what was out there to try. I am so bad. I just stay in my own little die bubble kind of all the time, but I see things that other people have made, with, cool foiling, and but I wish that I could color better.
No foil plates?
Yeah, any of that, the foil stuff would be cool. I haven't used any of it.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah. Okay, so do I need to put this in the card first, or do I need to decorate it first?
You are the expert on that.
How am I doing on? Okay, how much time are we taking? I guess
Whatever we need.
whatever we want.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'd
Oh,
use
shows
this.
are coming on after us.
It's true. Thinking I'd use this little gator. Just be a cute little birthday card or something.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll do this little.
Frogs are very popular right now too, but
That's true, but he doesn't start
but
with
frogs
G.
don't start with G.
Frogs
But
don't start with G.
yeah,
I'm gonna do this gator or something. Let's see. Let's do a little bit darker green. I hope I
those
answered
guys
that
are
question.
just so springy. You're good. No, you're good. Dina Hiltbrand would like to ask, will you ever move back to Colorado Springs?
Boy, I
Did you
would
know
love
her there?
Dina. I miss Colorado. I really miss it.
Uh-huh.
I
You're
knew
at-
Dina from
Oh, you
Colorado
did?
days. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
Then-
and Greg, her husband, submits quite a few cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he's very creative. He draws a lot. And she, as I understand it, he asks for things. She's kind of like his scrub nurse. she just hands him things when he asks for them.
Or like, I'm imagining an operating room. Scoring board, stat, or
That's right.
You're assuming he knows the proper names for everything. He's probably just making, give
Yeah.
me that thingy.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I think I want to do this little thingy.
If you do know the names, I'm sorry, Greg.
She's probably protecting her supplies by handing them to him so that she can keep an eye on it. But I don't know. But we do enjoy his cards a lot. So there's your answer, Dina. Maybe someday. Cheryl Jackson, who lives to amuse, asks, which is your favorite die and why? Is it the versatility or memories? Do you have memories with your dies? Like when you designed them? And
yes, I do have memories with some of them. I can't pick a favorite because I'd be like picking my favorite kid. I do love them all. But yeah, there are some. The photo collage die set is one that when I got that one working the way I wanted it to, I was really, I said when I showed it to Tanya, my business partner, I said, well, that's it. I guess I have to retire now. It's like the best die I've ever done. Then I kept coming out with more after that. But I love that die. You know what? That wasn't. Well, I don't know what I did with it. I had a St. Patrick's Day card using that die, and I thought, I might show that to people tonight, but I don't know what I did with it. It'll turn up.
Yeah.
Wait for safety. It'll turn up. It's probably buried on my mask.
Well, that happens. Do you have strata?
I got to stay focused on my alligator, but so this one, the Rock and Rectangle, I'm actually really I like this one too. I like the generic ones where you can do anything with them,
Yeah.
On that way.
I can see why you would like that. I do too. I like way generic stuff. So
is your little old lady about to go on her own adventure there? They don't look very connected.
I noticed that. They're outside the line. Their lines are outside. She's outside his line.
He's outside the line, yeah. Well, if you put like a line, like the line of the road, you know what I mean? They're going down.
Mm-hmm.
Then they could be.
We can put him on the road and she's going to be in the grass. That might work. And then that's definitely outside the road. And I don't have to worry too much about perspective.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's inside the road. She's outside the line. And I think he's happy about it. She's like oblivious. And she's like, and he's like, see you later, girl. Okay, we can do that.
I would guess you're supposed to cut them and put them together. I don't know.
I don't either, but we're not tonight.
Well, look at how
we're
nice
just going to say sayonara, baby.
That is that coloring skill. It's not my.
It's easy. It's easy. I've been doing it since grade school. I've been doing it since grade school.
Color.
Make like some little snappy kind of breaking marks.
Like, yeah.
Like something's breaking
Whoops.
down there. And she's moving away. Some lines.
Like, oh, Mr. Producer's giving me instructions over here. Let's see. So, like, doink, doink,
Yeah.
doink, doink.
Whoops.
She's still smiling, even though she's going.
She's clueless.
She does not know what's coming.
See you in Albuquerque. If you make it, sister. Okay, I can make those lines a little darker.
She said, Kathy, I think, says.
Oh, well, we just made a whole new series with these two, Kathy. They can be. Kathy, who sent me this, is saying that you're supposed to connect them, but and they're separate stamps, and you're supposed to cut them out or draw lines. Well, we got a news story and going on here. So, yep, I like it. That's fun.
I think it's cool.
I think what color? He can have a green shirt, and then we'll put some green down here for the grass. So we've got a little flow.
Okay.
Is that his shirt or is that his coat? So hard to know sometimes. So when you were teaching with craft knives, did you ever have like biological hazard nights or anything? Did you have to worry about that, or did people keep their blood in their own skin?
I'm sure that probably there's been a Band-Aid passed out a time or two.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't remember
Like a
it
craft knife.
really
Yeah.
terrible.
Good. I like using a craft knife, but some people are very timid about it, and I understand.
At the time, I was teaching a lot of those classes in Europe, actually, and
Really?
the European students, they were actually, really used to using craft knives back then, anyway. And so it was not really
It wasn't unusual.
to do anything with that. Okay,
Wretch.
all right. Okay, now, I'm a gator. I need some.
Doing
catnip.
okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, he's cute.
I'm talking to myself. I should not be talking to myself.
No, you're fine. He's cute. He looks like a little Izod guy.
He does a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, you could have started with I.
I was thinking about giving him for her some little accessories of some sort. Maybe.
I like the metallics on that.
Oh, look good.
Look at that.
Trim that up.
Oh, you just already have your entire card front done. Okay. Well.
You're fine. Not to worry. And I'm just I'm using a smaller panel on a bigger card. That's basically how I do.
Oh, right. Smart.
Yeah, that's my workaround. Poor lady. I kind of feel bad now.
About
Probably.
her going flying.
He's not
Do you
gonna.
have a sentiment that's like something about going on adventure?
I don't know.
You
Yeah,
enjoy the ride?
Yeah, enjoy the ride. I could print it. Hope to see you soon. Don't take this personally.
Mom, you're getting asked about your metal pen.
My
What
metal
was that?
my metal pen is a Signo Uniball. I have gold and I have silver. I also have white, but I don't like the white as much.
Like there-ish.
I like the Jelly Roll whites better.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna put this thing together so I can watch you do the pop up.
Oh, well, here I'm gonna.
So, do you ever have pop ups on the front, or does that ever work, or no?
Well, not usually because you need a card fold to make it
You
pop
have to
up
have
the
that.
top stamp.
Okay.
Unless you use, we have a new rubber band pop-up called our Bam Box, which is just as cute. This is good for the stampers because you all can make anything pop up.
Yeah.
So you glue anything to that, and then, you know, in the card, it just pops up on its own. So technically you could put that on the front of the card because it's powered by a rubber band.
Yeah.
And then
when they
they
open
would
the
just pull
envelope.
it out of the envelope, and like she would just go flying in her sidecar or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You could do that, but then as soon as they pull it out of
you're going to send this poor woman who's just going to drift into oblivion. You're sending her out in the world on a pop-up.
Well, I'm just saying she could.
That really would be good. I don't think I'm that good, but I think that would be really fun. I do have another one of these. Maybe I'll work on that, but probably won't get it done. But that really would be fun if she, I don't know, maybe put the sentiment in front, and then you put her on the inside, and all of a sudden she pops out. But who would you send that kind of card to?
Well,
And doesn't matter, it's art. Sometimes it's just art, and you just don't have to worry about those details on people's. It's just crazy
yeah,
stuff.
there are some sentiment stamps that I have just because they amuse me, even if I can't think of who I might actually send that to, you know?
Right.
Like,
Right. I get you. That makes sense to
Sort
me.
of
Do you like
gets-
puns? Are you a punster?
my dad, he loves his puns, so I grew up on them.
Oh yeah, they're the best. Did you
Sure.
like the one today that Patty Beck sent me?
I did. It made me think of another similar joke. That's what's Irish and stays out all night?
Oh no.
Patio furniture. Patio furniture.
See, I really do laugh way too hard at these things. Patio, I've never heard that. That's wonderful. And so timely, aren't we just so timely?
I mean, right?
Gosh. Gloria Davis, maybe you've kind of touched on this a little bit, but Gloria Davis asks, what is your go-to die? Maybe you've got, I think you kind of talked about some of your faves, but is there one that never gets put away?
Well, mine stay out all the time, like all of them, but I think what the design team would say for sure, it would be that one I sent you, the Catherine label pop-up. That one is sort of people's tried and true, especially the stampers who are just looking for a surface that, you know, to make a fun pop-up and then they can decorate it with whatever they want. People love the Catherine label. So
this is the one she's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so this little guy I haven't gotten this one out yet. But no, this is the one I did make, isn't
that's
it?
The one you used. That's the one you
yeah,
used.
that's the one I did make, and it was cute, and it wasn't hard.
Yeah, they're not.
And I thought, boy, if I get really ambitious, I will do it tonight when you're here, and you can walk me through it. But then I thought, no, she needs to not worry about me. But yeah, this little guy just comes right up when you open it up. That is a good one.
Yes, that one's a fan favorite. I mean,
I can see why.
We don't really discontinue products. We just come out with new add-ons and dies and stuff that coordinate well. So we kind of like to think of it like your little black dress of crafting, you know, and then new accessories will come out and things like that. So the Catherine label's from our very first release from 2017, and it remains one of the, you know, most popular dies.
I can see why it was not hard, even for a very, very challenged die user.
But I think also that Bam Box is going to end up being it's a relatively new one, so it hasn't been out for very long. But I think that one's going to be one of those ones that you just kind of always just have a couple. Just look, this one's orange. Guess I am Team Orange.
You are. See, you're naturally drawn to the lovely, lovely lights of orange.
Now I feel like I want to give this alligator an orange flower in honor of my new team.
I think he should be saying "Hasta la vista, baby."
Yeah, that's true.
It's a Dear John. It's a Dear John card. You don't see a lot of those you know.
Well, like a congratulations on your divorce. I don't.
Yes, slightly wrong kind of
Free at
cards.
last.
Free at
Oh,
last.
that's good.
That'd be shorter.
Multiple meanings too. It can be just the
Hasta la
freedom.
vista, baby. So where's that in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the vista is going to be in the middle, baby. Here's my, see, this is how I measure. I fold things and find out where they are. There we go. So I'm going to put a top line on this too. Hasta la vista, baby. Do you like to entertain yourself when you're making a card? I just like writing hasta la vista, baby, and just giggling to yourself. That is just the silliest thing to do.
I talk to myself a lot. That's
do you?
For sure, which I found myself doing here and went, oh, wait a minute. I'm like on a live crafting show.
We're used to it. Well, so you grew up on bad dad jokes. So yeah, you probably are like, you just enjoy easily entertained, perhaps.
Very easily entertained.
Give you some paper and a bad dad joke. And
yeah, exactly.
Happy for hours, right?
Maybe a podcast to listen to. And
yeah.
Be good. Yeah. Okay, so I think
we are cheap dates.
Can be. I still don't know. I think this might just end up being a happy spring card. Why is my gator here? I don't know. Maybe he could wear a sweet little hat. Maybe
It doesn't have to be spring though. It just has to use quote unquote spring colors.
That's true.
Remember, it's not the spring.
I'm being way too literal, aren't I? Although someone did mention graduate, and I could put a little graduation cap.
Oh, you really could. That'd be cute.
I could, right? And then it'd be the gator on the grass that's the graduate. I mean, and then
here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Let's do it.
When you mentioned superheroes last week, there's this little mask that you can get for our little animal sets and then it has a cape too.
Yeah.
You can turn them all into.
I loved how people used those capes and things. I really think there's a place for this card in the world. Hasta la vista, baby.
We need black for graduation cap. All right.
Like this.
This part.
I've never liked anything better that I've made today.
Oh.
Cordelia Alderman, who was afraid of all the change today, but I hope you adjusted this color change just fine. I think you will. What is your favorite thing to do that isn't designing dies? Oh. Thinking about dies?
Wow. Well, honestly, just probably watching TV with my husband. We are big TV fans, so we have kind of all the streaming services, and we're always looking for a new show and comparing them with our friends and stuff, or my sister. And so I teach Zoom classes most months, and it's always a thing each month to talk about what's everyone watching on Netflix or what's everyone watching. Yeah, so that's a little boring. I don't not much of a cook, and I don't garden, and so I design dies.
You design dies. Are you ever inspired by what some of the television shows that you watch to design a die? Is it?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if I have been, but I should pay more attention. I wonder about
maybe subconsciously you see something. I know I have actually stopped movies before because I see a pattern that I like on a dress or something and go, oh, I want to color that. I want to draw that. And so I stop it and get my sketch pad out.
That's a good actually
that's just
I'll
me.
have to look now. Now I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
definitely
maybe
saw.
you do
I've
need to.
definitely seen like
Maybe you
art
need to
in a
disconnect.
hotel lobby or something that's made me stop and go like, oh, that's a really interesting pattern. Or
Uh
um,
huh. Uh huh.
so I have.
Okay, so my other son, Russ, is saying Ted Lasso dies are coming, right?
I did make
Yeah.
a Ted Lasso for my sister out of our pop-up ball dice. He's just as cute as he can be. I don't
For
have it
Pete's
because I
sake.
sent him to my sister, but
See, there you
he
go.
was
You should have just sent
he
her
was
the
made with a
picture.
little ball dice, and he was decorated like Ted Lasso, and
Oh,
in a little card
hilarious.
with a believe sign on it and stuff. And
Oh, show that again how that works because that's wonderful. See, that's what
this
kind of stuff she makes. And that's not hard.
no, these are little rubber. We have rubber band balls in 3 sizes, so and then
Not
you
so
can.
hard. It just
No, really not.
surprises me.
If depending on the parameter, I had thought about maybe making a little animal tonight, but they're a little more, you got to decorate all the sides and put them, so they're not hard, but I mean, they're a little bit more
They're
time
time
consuming.
consuming.
So I
Yeah.
was a little
Yeah.
worried about
But that's yeah, you
the
could I could
time.
see
But
what
and then,
making
so
Ted.
you buy your ball die, and then you can get
Oh.
your different add-ons. But so here's all 3 ball sizes. So and then
Ah,
we have a little snowman add-on set that you could use to do that. And there's like, I mean, you can make all sorts of things with them.
that's so amazing.
They're fun. They are
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I just think it's just wonderful.
Yeah,
You're
I
giving
should
me
have.
hope too that I
Oh,
can
I
do
mean,
this.
look, there's one put together that's a gator. So maybe this needs to be
He could have been your guy.
he needs
A
to be
green
over
gator.
here. And we'll put this little guy over here. That might be a lot going on. I don't know. Okay, so
Yeah,
Gator the
yeah.
Graduate.
Gotcha.
Let's make Gator the Graduate.
But you
And
do also have flat dies, like this little
Yes.
guy is one of your dies. And then this frame and everything was from that Catherine label pop-up, as were the little hearts.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
I
used
love
them
your
right up.
styling on that bookworm.
I did. Yeah, I did make him smile. I did that. I drew that. Was there a? I don't know if there's a
There's
mouth
a pencil
one
feature
form
on
or
it
not.
if you need.
Oh, there you go. But I did draw it. I did it in a white gel and then did it over.
And
with
actually,
something else. I don't
when
know.
you want to have him holding a book, the eye
Mhm.
holes that come out are his hands. So when you cut that
Okay.
in green, the little circles that came out of the eyes,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
those would be what you would use to hold the book or whatever if you wanted to have him
Right.
holding it.
And he is so cute with a book. I just decided to make him just be
Yeah,
a little
he looks
spring
cute
worm.
with or
though.
without, or a bow tie, or whatever you want to put on. Okay, so I think I'm ready. Is your card all done? Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta go faster. Okay, so what I did here is
There he is. See his little hands. A worm with hands is a new concept, and I like it.
I
Oh
know.
yeah, I
We
see his
have
little
the-
mouth.
That's what crafting is suspending belief. Because you know what? He also can't wear glasses
Absolutely.
because he doesn't have ears, right? What are holding his glasses up? So you just have to suspend.
Details.
Details.
Ah, move on. We're not going to stand for any details. Realistic
Right.
details.
This is crafting. This is our own reality that we have here.
That's right. I'm happy to live there.
Me too. All right. Let's put this little
I
guy
am.
together.
Sarah Liz Staroska, who does like to make cards that are complicated, but she's the one I was telling you about, the emergency cards. She says, I adore, all capitals, your dies, and thank you for being such an amazing teacher. And you are. I love seeing how you expand on the basic movements of your dies. What is the craziest interactive card you have ever made?
Oh gosh, these questions are good and also kind of stumping.
They're a tough group, I tell you. They're all brilliant.
Craziest
I forgot this.
interactive die that I made. Interactive card that I made. I'm gonna think about it.
No, that's fine. It's a tough question. You've got a lot of inventory to go through.
I'm just trying to think through this is how I design, is that all my work is on the inside and then I close it and I'm like, oh wait, there's a whole front to this card that has to be made.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story, isn't it? That's a whole nother doing the front. Oh, that's cool though. Look at that.
Yeah, that's just a little die that just rocks a rectangle out, and it makes a really cool window card. If I would have thought of it, I would have cut. Oh, I wonder, could I still do it? Could I still do it? Why can't I?
I bet you could. Does it?
I can.
You're fine. I'm just hanging out. I'm wondering if I should make her on a little box and have her spring out of the card.
Can you put her on the inside so when you open the card, it's just her? And so it's like
He's
it
left
flips
her?
it so so she's the winner. So it kind of looks like he's losing her on the front, but if you open it up, she's the one that's there.
Maybe.
You could pop
Or I
pop her
could
up out at you.
right. And so that she could pop up and he stays in the background. Same basic picture.
Or just have her.
Oh, you can't do it because it's a 5x7 card, y'all.
It doesn't fit in your die cut, does it?
How about a machine here? Or what if I went in the other room and got the bigger machine?
Or do you have a craft knife?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I have a craft knife. I'll be the casualty of the evening.
Oh, no, say it's not true.
Yeah. Let's do it that way. We'll do it with craft knife. That way we'll have a window. We'll go old school.
Yeah, got to be able to have. It's important to have those old skills.
It is important. You know what? That's so interesting you said that because I heard a report that basically using GPS too much is causing us all to lose our navigational skills. And they suggest that you should not use GPS all the time and actually have to navigate, using a map or things like that. Because we've become so dependent on GPS that apparently it's...
I can get lost with or without it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't matter. I'm good. I'm good for you. It's just like, see more of the world, travel with me. That's it. Doesn't matter. Because I don't know if I always trust it. And so it would be like, I think I need to turn earlier than what they're saying. And so it's just doesn't count. Doesn't matter. I don't listen to anybody.
I have followed that GPS at times when I know better, where it's like I'm in a city and it's like I see the sign that says turn right for south. And then the GPS tells me turn left and I just follow the GPS. Like, well, it must know what it's saying. And the reality is that I'm lost because it's the wrong.
That article may have some valid points.
And
it's the same thing with phone numbers. We don't know phone numbers anymore.
So true. Like, what happens if you lose your phone? You couldn't. I mean, I have some numbers memorized, but not all of them.
Yeah. I think I did make a list of like my family's phone numbers in case I didn't have the right phone or whatever. But it's probably in my phone.
On the inside, Mom, have just her and under it say, I'm going to watch Craft Roulette.
And he's thinking, Craft Roulette. That's all you talk about, Craft Roulette.
Have it just be her. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm going to watch Craft Roulette.
I like it.
All right. So the question is, am I going
to... So he's not the one that's ditching her. Exactly. She's the one that ditched him. Because he's no fun. He's absolutely not fun.
You have quite a story going on in your card.
That's how, it's fun. I like doing that a lot. Because usually otherwise, Karen, they wouldn't make any sense at all. Hey, look at you do.
Look at that.
That's adorable.
That worked. Cool.
Quick fix. I like that. Well, kiss your brain.
This is going to be a pretty... So I didn't put any paper on here, but we're just going to do it with frames. It's going to be a little simple on the card front. Which is... This is where all the magic is anyway, so...
Right. You gotta work to get the good stuff. You gotta work to get inside.
I have space filler issues. Do you have space filler issues?
No.
Where you want to fill all the space?
No. I like big white mats.
You do?
Yeah, I love them.
Definitely have her pop out if you have one of those things.
I do have a pop. I'm gonna see if I can do a pop up. You think I can?
I think so.
I've got the expert right over here,
Yeah,
right by
you
me.
absolutely can.
You can. So, ooh, this is exciting. I just got very excited about making this card. We have a rock star in our group. I don't know if you had watched enough to know about Grandma Gay. She is our rock star in the group. She's she lives in Texas, but way north.
Oh,
she she always asks a real cool question. We call it Grandma Gay's.
I heard these questions.
Yeah, Grandma Gay's thoughtful question of the day, and she has one for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
She says, someone comes to you with a new design idea. Do you need them to bring you a sketch, or can you sketch it from their verbal description?
Definitely the second.
You can do it.
Yeah. I mean, If people do, I mean, even the peeps, they're funny. They'll start a whole thread of like, we really need a such and such die, and whatever, and so let's do that. But I draw them all, so I don't really want to do someone else's artwork, you know what I mean? It still has to be my interpretation of that idea. But if somebody were to say, can you make a pop-up suitcase, then that's all I would need. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't that would be, let me say, that would be all that I would want, because it really does have to be,
So it's kind of like Craft Roulette. You just get the parameter and you learn how to run with it, or prefer to run with it that way. So see, this wasn't much different, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still back on the last question too, trying to think of the most elaborate pop-up I've ever done. I know I've done some that have lots of, but since doing them for a product, it's kind of different than crafting for yourself, because it has to be,
because you have to think of so many different things.
Yeah, it's amazing the number of things you have to think of. But I love it. I love it.
Did you ever do any engineering work then before you started doing dies? I mean,
I did. Well, I worked out of college. I worked for a construction company that was in the world of road construction, mostly asphalt paving. And so I worked for them as like a project manager. So I wasn't really designing anything. I was just, using my skills more on the construction end of things. So I did that for several years.
So this is probably a little bit more fun.
It is, but then also, I mean, it was also kind of fun to see. There's something about like, a project where something is built, like, oh, this was my highway project that we're rolling on right now. You know what I mean? There's something about that too, which is kind of fun to, my husband he's also an engineer, a better engineer than me, but he was in bridge design for many years, and so that was one of the things where it's like, that could be a bridge that he contributed.
Yeah,
he doesn't do that anymore, but at the time.
Oh man, bridges are important to work.
Okay. Are you all done? You're not all done, are you? No, because you're going to do a pop-up. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now we just need. Feels like we need something down here, even if it's just a strip of paper or something.
I'm going to ask the chatterbox what
what's left. I could cut this. Should I just do it plain? So put some grass there.
It looks good with weight down there, I think.
Just leave it white. See, this is where I have space for issues.
With the color, I thought it looked good with the color on. With a little bit more weight, but it looks good like that too, I think.
Wait, which way you're telling me? You're telling me it looks good with, you're saying this looks good with the white. I thought you meant it looks good with just white down here.
You know what? Looking at it, it honestly looks good either way.
Either way.
The window looks good.
Crafter's choice.
Wide, though. You know what? I feel like if we split the difference, that could be the solution of the side of this is. Oh, both of these have been cut. Okay, let's do
Okay,
it.
this is the
Just
little
make it
pop
skinnier,
thing.
so it adds a little anchoring to the thing, but not overpowering.
Now I don't remember what to do, but we'll figure it out.
Maybe all the way to the bottom.
This
Maybe
is going to
with some
go
grass.
in
Maybe you need
here.
some grass across there.
I need to watch a Karen Burniston video to know what to do
Oh,
next.
you need some
spring boxes.
Here, you want me to?
Walk me through, girl.
Okay,
so I've got this little thing.
Right. So you've done mountain folds on your left hand there for your right. Those two are mountain folds on your diagonals, right? So then now you want to go valley folds with the nope, those are good. Those two are good.
And then these go valley?
Do those opposite. Yeah. All 4 of those. And then that'll make that box out on that end.
This is there's one too. Okay.
Yeah. Right? I think you
may
have added your own somewhere, but it's fine.
Yeah, cool. See, GPS, you're not right. Karen Burniston, I know you designed this, but maybe you're not right.
What happens when you bring that paper tab over to the other side? Does it make a box? Yeah. That's the box that you want right there. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Now, let me get a little strong tape because I remember that was part of the lesson. Okay.
I'm going to put that.
This is cool. I'm getting a private lesson.
Yelling that I'm. I feel like it just needed a little something along there. Oh gosh.
Oh, that's pretty. I like it feels definitely springy, your card, to me. Not gloomy, springy, but happy springy.
My only point in the gloomy was there's a lot of rain. That's the whole. What is it? Showers bring. And just opens up more possibilities.
Wait, that's how you did it. That's how you do it. You fold this under, and then that just flops on top. And I was making it really hard, and it doesn't have to be.
The main thing that people do on the Catherine is they forget that there's opposite folds. That you've got valleys on the box and mountains on the other.
Okay. And so then she's going to go. This has to be on the top, and it has to be on the back. Front and back.
So that little triangle, that little triangle on the end is going to be what glues down on the left side of the fold.
Okay. So these guys are going this way.
Oh, you're doing a top fold. Okay. No, that's fine. It'll still work.
Can I do a top fold on it?
Yeah, you can do a top fold. Okay. Yeah. So then it's just she's just going to lift up from the side in a way. I feel.
You want to just grab it from me and help me? Because she's very needy. And then she's going to go right here.
What if I'm giving you a private lesson and it's the wrong lesson?
Then everybody that watches the show will say, see, everybody has issues, but she still is doing fine with it. So I can have some grace.
That way about like when you go to a concert of somebody that you've been following for years, and then they call out from the audience, so they want you to do such and such song. And I always think, well, do they really know how to do all their songs forever and a day?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they really do.
Yes.
Mr. Producer's a drummer.
Oh, okay.
He used to be on tour.
For the question.
So, and it was jazzy, crazy stuff too. So I don't know how he'd ever know it.
I don't know. I feel like I might forget the words if I've been singing songs for maybe not for 20 some odd years.
I never knew the words in the first place. So it would just be improv words. I'd get the first line right if I'm lucky, and then the second line is usually improv, right? Isn't that what songs are supposed to be?
Just the best approximation.
Yeah. Just like near to the right words. Okay. And then she's going.
I'm supposed to be. Yeah, you got it. Like, well, so I would put you're going to put that triangle down first because you really want to find your you really want to attach. Yeah, you want to attach that triangle on in your case, the top side of the fold.
Okay.
Instead of the left side, because we're not doing a side fold, we're doing a top
And this
fold.
little notch goes right in this little.
Yes, but it's actually easier if you just open the whole thing up. Like,
okay.
Not your card. I'm sorry, your mechanism.
Okay.
Okay, and then now flip it over the fold.
Like that.
No, sorry, no. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that would do it. No,
Yeah,
wait, no.
yeah.
No, because you want it to. No, I'm getting confused.
And then that's gonna go. That's gonna go at the top. So that's not right. I'm putting you on the spot. You know what? I'm gonna watch your video at the end later, and I'll get it right. And then you don't have to worry.
I'm looking at it, and you're in a top fold card. But actually, no. If you turn that 90 to turn that exact thing that you have in your hand and turn it clockwise. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you put that little triangle down on the left side or the top side of the fold. Nope, top side of the fold. Keep going up there, but in a little bit because you want.
Okay, there's my fold. So right here.
Yeah.
And then that's going to go clear over there. So I want to bring it in.
Yeah, you probably down there somewhere.
Okay. Bless your heart.
Okay, so then I might be.
There we go. Nope. That's it.
But no, because
now she's gonna.
I'm doing my own die wrong. You.
Oh, does this come down? This.
We'll do it later.
We'll do it later. I'm putting you on the spot, and I feel bad. So don't worry about it. I'm just going to watch.
Okay, no, I got
I'm going to watch your video.
You're right right there. I had to look at the diagram again. Okay, so now on the left, on
I
the
guess
top
I could do that
don't want to
too.
do that. No. We're going to go back to the. Okay, do you have your die? Do you have your the packaging of that die? And
I do.
Flip it over. All right. Do you see on step 2 the little inset photograph that shows you've got your triangle down? And see how we're going to fold on the second diagonal? There you go, on the second diagonal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's your first diagonal. Fold. No, go. You're staying on that side of the card. Yep. Fold right there. Yep. Nope. They're right there. Yeah. No. Just let it stay where it is. Let it stay where it is. I mean, in other words, fold it on that diagonal so that it stays on the top side of the card, on that second diagonal.
So this stays up here.
Yeah.
That's going to. Okay. So that's going to put it.
Perfect.
On the top. Okay.
All right. Now,
then I need to
keep it where it was. Keep it where it was. You got it. All right. Now flatten your box so that it's flatten it to the left. Perfect. Add some adhesive on.
Except now it's just on the top. Do I want it on the top?
Yeah.
So that she's on the top.
Well, she
could be on the top.
It's going to move it over there. So you don't put her on until it's in the card.
Okay. Right? So I put some adhesive. We're good.
No. Where you're going to put your adhesive is that little small box that you see right there.
Oh,
the small
on the front.
On the front for her. Or
no, not for her. We're not doing her yet. You're just trying to get connected.
Oh,
you got it. Yeah.
And so and everybody in the audience understood this, and they were all screaming.
It was me.
No, you were working with.
Not there.
No, not there.
Little box.
No.
Stay right there. Little box. See how you got big box, little box?
There's a line in that.
Right here.
There you go.
Yes.
See, aren't you glad you didn't sign up to be my tutor? But you obviously she can teach anybody.
Oh, but I think I did do it. I think I did do it wrong though, because I think that should be underneath. I think I did. No, what? Oh,
we'll find out.
I think it's not. I think it's not going to work.
Well, let's see if that goes down here.
Yeah, it's not right. Yeah, it should be because your folds have to go the other way. I think I told you wrong the whole entire time. I think I told you wrong. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
No, because
I wouldn't have learned it anyway.
Folds, it should have been mountain folds. When I told you to put valleys, it should have been mountains because I was thinking you did it right the first time and I ruined your thing. Well, I didn't ruin it, but
you know what? This is just a little stinking piece of white cardstock, and I can make another one. And now I won't remember what you told me anyway. So I'm going to have to watch one of your videos, and I shouldn't have put you on the spot. But it's fine. But we've got the great idea. We've got the great idea going. She is going to be.
You know what I did? I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I was thinking, and some of the people in the
you were thinking you were on a craft show, and
you were thinking the same thing. Karen, you were thinking of the Upsy Daisy when you said do valleys and mountains.
Oh,
that's exactly what I was doing. I was thinking of a different die. Where you do have to think of.
I don't blame you for thinking of a different die.
But I don't think I like this. Because it's.
I don't blame you.
Oh,
we're good. We're good. We're so good. She's got. This is a great little card. Hasta la vista, baby, and we've got a whole new divorce theme going on here. It's all very exciting. I'm not worried
It's
about
not
it.
divorced. She's just going to watch Craft Roulette.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. See, I forgot she was going to watch Craft Roulette.
If you did, Mary, if you did want to let me redeem myself, I would show you how to do it if you cut another one real quick.
Another one then.
Will you cut another one and let me redeem myself?
Oh, I would be happy to do that. But Are you sure you want to? You've already worked with me once now. And you're like, oh, man, she's really dense.
It was my own fault. You had that folded correctly from the beginning, and I told you to take it apart and do it the wrong way.
I'm excited to do it again. Okay. All right. So they're all mountain folds.
Yes,
correct?
do them all mountain folds. My
Okay,
bad.
I will. I will be happy
Work
to
all
do
of the
that.
score lines as mountain folds. It says that right in the instructions. If I would have just
See all the little score lines that she puts in here for us, so that's real cool.
Look at the I was thinking of the upsy daisy. The upsy daisy you
Well,
have to do mountains and valleys.
Boy, howdy. I think I'm just going to stick with something that is easy as all mountains.
This one is, I know I'm not making it seem easy, but this one is actually one of the easiest dives if you just follow. If you don't let me teach you how to do it, then it's very easy. Okay. My bad.
No,
all right,
no.
Mountain.
Don't worry about it.
Mountain.
You know, one of the things, Karen, that I think a lot of people in the Craft Roulette community has learned is that we don't all have to know everything. We're not jacks of all crafts. And that times, and if you haven't done something in a while, that sometimes it doesn't stay crisp and readily accessible. So it's okay. It's a great thing to.
I'm going to do this one with
somebody was saying to me the other day. Oh, I showed a card and they were saying, "Oh, I'd love to have you show us in the patron group to make that." And I was like, "I have no idea how I made that." I will try to remember, and I've been trying to remember now for 2 weeks, and I still haven't remembered how to make that. So.
All right, with all of your mountain folds, you're going to do your tapered tab out on the end. Oh, you're doing that part first. Okay.
Oh, do I want to do, or do I want to do this one first?
Yeah. Remember, we got to do our tapered tab to bring the box around. Oh, Lordy. And you can do that in the flat position if you want.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if the tapered tab goes to the outside or the inside. It doesn't matter.
Cool. Okay.
All that matters is that all the folds are mountains and you don't.
And it does work better if you do have I thought I was trying to do it when it was all puffed up and it was really hard.
Right.
Okay, so now I have my little box.
Right. Okay, so now
we got it.
Yep, you got it now.
And now we got these guys.
Okay.
There we go. Now what am I going to do with those little monsters?
Okay. So
these things just stick to you, don't they?
I'm going to get mine like yours. You're doing a top fold card.
Yeah.
So you basically want to
make sure
that triangle down. Yes, like that, so that it's running along the fold, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that. Yeah, you don't have to do that part yet, but just right now.
I'm just trying to figure out where it's going to be when it's folded, so I know where she is. So it's not going to come out over the side, right? So would you suggest me?
That's good in the middle like that. It's probably fine for what you're trying to do with it. Right. So we're going to put that in.
Okay.
Like this. Oops. Okay. Then second diagonal is where you're going to fold it. So it's going to stay on. Yeah, stay up there. And then when you collapse this, collapse it so that you can see the little small thing at the top.
The small box right there.
If this doesn't work, I'm retiring.
You can retire at my house.
Oh God.
We'll take you in.
All right. So now, put your adhesive there and then open the card. Glue has been not being nice to me today.
I think you're tougher than this. I think you're tougher than retiring just because you can't teach me because I'm making it hard.
Because you had it perfect and then
yeah.
And then
it's okay. We're not doing we're not
operating.
You're using
tape because my glue tonight, I fell victim.
That's how it happens. Your glue works and then you come on Craft Roulette.
Well, I probably oversaturated my little paper towel to keep my glue flowing. I didn't want it to stop up on the show, and then I've watered it down a little bit.
Oh, wow. I never knew about that. That was a clever idea. What was that?
Oh, sorry. This. So most of the time I just use a wee yogurt jar, which is a good choice. But this is a really pretty clay jar that a student of mine gave me. But you just put a damp paper towel down in the bottom, and then you just keep your needle tip in that damp paper towel, and it'll keep your glue flowing just forever.
I'll be darned.
As long as it doesn't dry out. If it dries out, it sucks the paper towel up in your tip, and you have to sit there and dig it out. But if you remember to squirt your paper towel every day, as I do with my little squirt bottle, I don't know where my squirt bottle is, then it'll stay flowing all throughout your crafting session. But I have been known to
you are redeemed. You are redeemed. I've never heard of that. I know,
now it works. Okay, so now keep it right where it's at and close your card up. Yeah. And into that adhesive. There you go.
Ready? Are you ready? Here we go.
There it goes.
Oh, and it's going to be this one? I was thinking it was going to be this fat one.
No.
See, I don't see things at all intuitively on these.
Yeah. Now she can go anywhere on top of that box, and then she'll pop up.
She is going places, is where she's going. She is going to see Craft Roulette. Going to see Craft Roulette. Ta-da, right, jackpot.
So,
oh my gosh, that is wonderful.
First person to make a major blunder teaching my own product on
I've never put anybody in that position. I don't think I had that much faith, and you did it. Plus, you taught me about the glue, which is really cool. Look, there she goes. There she goes. Bye bye. I'm going to see Craft Roulette. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm going to watch Craft Roulette.
So then we just need a little.
Oh, I think that's great fun. She's going to have to say it over here, right?
Yeah, and then have like a dust cloud behind her.
Be over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it's going to happen just perfectly. I'm not going to take the time to do this right now, though.
Okay, I'm only going to... Oh, well, are we done? I could be done. I just wanted to add some words.
You just add all the words you want. I could entertain myself for hours.
All right, so congrats and you did it, or congrats, way to go. How about congrats, you did it?
That's really cute. I'm going to watch. This is long. Craft Roulette. she's a, and I got it crooked.
I'm watching Craft Roulette.
Yeah.
Or Craft Roulette's on.
Okay. Hasta la vista, baby. Craft Roulette's on. And then she'll have some
when we by the way, we do have videos on all of those pop-up dies. So
yes, and they are connected to the die too. You can look up the die name, which I thought was very handy.
That is the easiest way to find them. Sometimes people, you can go on my YouTube channel and search for them under the playlist for die sets, or you can just go on our website and then you can put in the search bar or whatever whatever you're looking for, and then it'll come up. So that's the easiest way to find them if we put them on the page. And I only mention the videos because I don't mess up in the video. Or if I do, I read.
I hope you will forgive yourself.
I promise I won't teach you wrong in the videos. But they do also
you won't.
Instructions on the back, which is what's
right.
Because I just have
right. Well, that's a good lesson that you have them right there. And somebody who would take time to read the instructions wouldn't need the video. But if it comes a time and you don't have electricity, you can read the instructions.
I tell people that the back flap instructions are for when you're crafting in the woods without an internet connection.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's back to those basic skills that you need to keep honed, like fussy cutting. How about so you're a die cutter. How do you feel about fussy cutting?
I don't really mind fussy cutting. My eyes are not always my assets anymore. I've certainly found that my eyesight has not kept up with my ambitions.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So just don't look too closely at my fussy cutting, but I don't mind doing it. I mean,
Right. From those smoke clouds or that dust cloud.
do we?
You could say it's time for craft roulette. Then it could be just in there, and then I would maybe. We'll see.
Wait on it.
Wait on it. Yeah, that's one of those sleep on it. Do you ever have an idea? Are you like in the middle of the night kind of idea girl, or is it the shower?
It's the
Like
shower. That's so weird.
It is the shower.
For a lot of people, it's probably the shower, but yeah, it's more the shower for me.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where if I'm feeling a little stumped, I can sometimes just go take a shower, and like the idea will come to me. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that color. Well, that's fine.
It's kind of like you just have to disconnect to let your brain have some freedom, not to feel too forced.
I used to sketch ideas on the shower when it would, heat up or whatever, and I'd sketch in the thing, which my husband was not a fan of that. But but then I told him, I said, "But John, if I ever go missing, just heat up the shower and say, oh, she was working on a pop-up cow. Let's check the nearest farm," or I don't know what. Anyways, joke with them.
That's very thoughtful of you to help him with that. I hope he never has to know that.
Yeah, I
really do.
He'd get in and find
looking good.
Weird diagrams and stuff in the shower. And okay, if I add this, you did it, and then I'm done.
Okay.
And
well,
then,
at that point, then I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, then I'm going to make sure that I hit all the parameters and hit them correctly. I have a 5x7 card. That's good. I used spring colors, which to me were just bright and clean and fresh colors. And I think I hit that just fine. To me, that's how I was interpreting spring. Starts with G. I have a couple of Grammy and Grandpa right there. And that was my G. And outside the line, I did a lot of coloring outside the line. And I also made her outside the line. So the line of the road. And I also went outside the line and made a pop-up. So I'm excited about this card. First one for me on Craft Roulette.
It should definitely say vroom or something in that smoke.
Yeah. Maybe so. I'll just make a note. Vroom. And then Craft Roulette. Something over there. Craft Roulette. Granny's gotta watch Craft Roulette. Do they have names? Jason. I'm thinking he's Jason, but I don't know why. Granny's gotta watch Craft Roulette, Jason. Or is it Uncle Frank?
That might be Uncle Frank.
This may be Uncle Frank. We've had Uncle Frank references before on the show, but it doesn't make any sense. So, okay, so you got your 5x7. Oh, look at that. That's so cool.
I did. I think I got all the parameters here. I was kind of deciding if I needed board, but you know how it is. You can just keep filling space if you want to. But the only thing I'll add is a little, here's one. A rectangle where we can sign a card.
Well, how handy. It's just right there.
Which die did you use for the pop-out?
I used Catherine.
Yep.
And we, Karen was kind enough to give Craft Roulette an affiliate. So if you want to use the link from craftroulette.live to get your own Catherine, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. And you might even be able to teach it. I couldn't. I have a promise to myself never to do a fancy fold again in my life as me trying to teach it. But I would never, I don't know. Maybe I could. But no, Mary, don't go there. But anyway, if you want to use the link on craftroulette.live under associates, Crafty Al's daughter made a card. Well, how fun is that? If you want to go under associates spin sponsors, you'll find Karen. Well, I guess it would be on the show too. But anyway.
It's on our website. It's in the description. It's on. It will be on the episode page once that's up.
So if you do want to help us out a little bit, oh, look at these on there. That's cute. That jazzes it up too.
That's true. I
Yes.
could have added.
How many more things can we add? Okay, so you've got the 5x7. You've got spring colors. I think it looks very fresh and pretty. I love it very much how you interpreted spring. Starts with G is gator.
And grass.
And outside and grass. And outside the line is you had the grass outside the frame.
And the little clouds kind of.
And the clouds too.
Yeah.
And you've got his little tassel is shiny.
Yeah.
That's so good. You did great.
Who let that gator into school?
Myself. Congrats, Karen. You did it. You went on Craft Roulette.
That's right.
Only.
You did it. Seriously. You should give yourself that card.
Yeah.
I think you should. Graduate too. That's right, Gwen. She's got it covered more than anything. All right. So let's let you relax a few minutes. I think you deserve it. And don't go take a shower to go design a new die or anything, because we're going to come right back to you after we tell everybody how they can play this game and a few other little bits and pieces. And then we're going to give away some stuff. So if you sent in a card last week, stick around. And Karen will go ahead and have you change your camera. You can play too. Just include those 4 parameters, which are all about the artistic interpretation. We're not going to tell you how to do it or what to use. Use those, but make sure you use those 4 parameters. If it's really hard to figure out, please tell us how you used it so we will know. Go to craftroulette.live. There is a forum that's already open. Just upload your picture there of your card, and we'll review it, and then we'll put it on the site for Monday morning. Actually, it's like Monday morning at midnight it goes live. So it's really fun. We're going to have a wonderful gallery full of G and J and for the silent G's. And we have some great people coming up. I'm looking forward to the Purple Princess coming back next week. Christine Bertram will be joining us from the Hive in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And then we get to meet Sandy Ledoux, who is at the Irvin, Texas Scrapbook Expo, along with Amanda and Carice Young. If you are somewhere near them in Texas, go visit them this weekend. They would love to see you. Make sure you get your picture and put it on our Facebook group. We'd love to see you having all the fun while we're doing the laundry. After that, we get to visit our friend from Down Under, Therese Calvert. And oh my gosh, I watched a thing on the volcano in New Zealand. I know that's not Australia, but it was horrible last night. And then we get to go up north to Ardith and visit Ardith. We haven't seen her in a while. Then we're going to go across to Germany and see Justine Hovey. We're traveling everywhere, globetrotters all, just right here in my little seat. It's a wonderful, wonderful gig. We do want to thank our patrons. They are making these shows possible. If you do have a little room in your crafting budget for maybe not a new stamp bed, but maybe just to support those who are bringing you an entertaining or sometimes frightening show, we would appreciate you becoming a patron. And you don't have to stay forever. We don't have any contracts, long-term contracts or small print. It's just a little something to say, hey, you're doing fine. We want to keep you on the air. That's what we do. Thank you so much. You guys are a lot of fun. Let's see, what are we doing this week on Club Fun? Nothing in particular. That's what we're doing. But that's a good thing, too. We can't work you to death. It's a hobby, for Pete's sake. But we do thank you so much. We did want to welcome those new people to our patron group, which we had quite a few this week. It was very, very nice. Please say hi to me over there. I love talking to you guys. That means one thing, it's giveaway time. And how you get to get on the giveaway board is to send in a card that has hit all the parameters. Please don't make me go through the cards and police them. Deputy Heidi doesn't live very far, and we don't want her to get all the power in the world. She could take it. She's tough, and we don't want to have to rely on that, because we don't want Deputy Heidi suiting up with her hot glue gun in her holster and coming to your door and saying your parameters are missing or they're wrong. So we're trying to make it as open as possible, but we still need to have you have those 4 parameters, please. Your name is on that board if you are eligible for prizes this week. We have different prizes. Some are international, some are not. But let's give away a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. That is our OG, our original gift. Man, I talk a lot. I don't talk for most of Saturday. My poor husband, he comes down, he tries to talk to me, and I'm like, he's the happiest husband in the world. Patty Beck, our leading lady, she started sending in cards on episode 5. She's right behind me. I have to always make a card or she'll catch me. Patty Beck, I know your address. There's no secrets between us. Patty, what was that joke? Patty Longlegs. Thanks for that joke today. I did laugh out loud. It's just silly. Patio furniture. Joe Henderson is off to get a Craft Roulette goodie bag, and it is not just a regular goodie bag. Joe Henderson, who is also a new patron, is getting a mega goodie bag full of good stuff. Yay! Make sure you let me know, Joe, where you want me to send that. Use the Use the claim prize form on craftroulette.live. Now for the Karen Burniston. Maybe she can tell us what's the best die set to get. Probably the one I used tonight. And you can watch me struggle. But it wasn't her, it was me. So, who's going to get the gift certificate? Oh, Lynn Darda. She was in our first 10 contributors. Fun. Lynn, you do need to contact me using the claim form on craftroulette.live.
Once the giveaway's over.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do it.
It's not available right now, but it will be once the giveaway's over. The second. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Live and learn. Oh, Dawn Wilcox. She's been around for a while, too. She's going to get the Not Too Shabby. It's kind of nice, since it's our anniversary month, that we have some of our original contributors and longtime watchers, so that's fun. Who else says all of Karen's die sets are the best? She's good. She's absolutely good. And for Sweet Sentiment Stamps, down in Irving, Texas this weekend. Oh, Ava. I've known her for a long time. We've never met, but I'm pretty darn sure if we got together, we'd probably do a little bit of crafting and a whole lot of laughing because we're silly girls. But congratulations. Please use the claim prize form now. before midnight on Sunday, but I think most of you are patrons, so you have till Thursday night on midnight, so that's cool. Oh, did I say that about the patron submission? I think I forgot that. If you are a patron, you get till Thursday night at midnight to submit your card. So if you have a busy weekend or something, that's another reason to say, I want to be a patron. I want to be one of the cool kids on Craft Roulette. Because
should we bring Karen back?
I have no idea if that's true. Let's bring Karen back before I get in trouble. Well, except for the technical stuff, you had a hard show. I will, and you're still smiling. Some shows are easy. And they're just like, what was I afraid of? But the things that you're afraid of never happen because you're ready for them, right? And so you had some curveballs, like the crazy host saying, "Hey, help me out." So thank you for being a good sport. I really appreciate that. It happens to everybody. It happens to any. Yeah. But we managed.
Yeah, you figured it out.
But we figured it out. And it's the bottom line. No foul, no harm.
And it adds to the card.
It really made the card really fun. It really did. And your card, you didn't take too long. You did fine. You got it done. You didn't get any of the parameters you really wanted. But you didn't have any trouble. I don't want him to. I don't want. Oh, she's muted again.
Sorry, My buttons that control the sound have not been working all night, so I've been having to manually do it. Let's restart the end scene, please.
Okay.
Karen, how was that?
Karen, you had a hard show.
Exactly. We all did, I think.
You did. We haven't had a night like this in a while. Is it the 13th? It's the 7th. I think the leprechauns are out.
Oh,
I didn't have any.
Oh, we're going to go with that. That is definitely what's going on. It's going on.
It's all the leprechauns' fault. They're after the pot of gold. There they are. There's the little culprit right there. Who knew that Eunice is our leprechaun?
Okay, look. I found it, though. Look,
looky there. Okay, show us.
Can I... Wait,
if you switch to your paper case.
There you go. Just
can I switch? I hate to do that right at the end here, but but see, there's the Happy St. Patrick's Day with the.
Oh my gosh!
Inside.
Oh my gosh!
So
that's a lot of action.
That was one I was looking for in here, but yes, we're gonna blame them for why we.
That's it. It's the people that are running the internet. They've been drinking green beer all day long, and they were just standing on wires and not letting the audio go through, and they were standing on my wires and saying, hey, why don't you ask your host to do something she wasn't expecting? Or your guest to do something she wasn't expecting. So anyway, we thank you so much. We do.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me on. It was so much fun. And
thank you for being a spin sponsor.
Oh, thank you.
We love them. And we
I saw somebody posted in the Craft Roulette Facebook group of what she got with her her gift certificate. Yes. So that was cool.
Yeah. It's so fun. And everybody else then goes, I think I may need that. And that's okay. Because it's nice to hear somebody else say, yeah, it's good stuff. And they give good service and you can count on them. Because I got a fraud thing in my email this week from my bank. And it was complete fraud. And it was like,
so scary.
Stop it. Just quit being naughty.
Yeah, exactly.
Give good service like Karen.
Yes.
Don't be those people. Be nice.
Well, that's all of our Kansas. I can't take any credit for that. That's Tanya and Sue there in Kansas getting that product out right away. They do a great job. So
those good sunflower girls, they're reliable.
Right.
Well, this is the time of night. Where are you going to be next? Where you're teaching live? Do you have anything on your docket?
So I'm actually teaching at an event in Louisiana in a couple of weeks, which is my first in-person class in a long time because since the pandemic, we really moved the entire education program mostly to Zoom and YouTube. So I teach on Zoom 2 months out of the quarter, and then 1 month it'll be on YouTube. So
okay.
You can check those out. You can go on our events page if you want on our website, and it'll say the upcoming classes and how you can get involved if you want to. And
absolutely,
I'll try to teach you correctly. That's what this goal that I have is.
Maybe you won't get some crackpot in the audience saying, "Hey, you're not prepared for this. Let's do it." I get so used to that. I think everybody's used to it. So. Yeah, it's one of those. You can do this. Who cares if you've never done it? Let's do it. I believe in you. If I just clap like they do with fairies,
we're going to go with on the second try it worked. So I mean,
it did.
And
it's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get to the third try. I mean, you get 3 strikes before you're out. So I mean,
I bet I might be able to do it at least half of it on my own now.
Yeah,
at least half.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe. I better not try it. Anyway, I might fall off my stool. Okay, well, it's the time of night where we get to kiss our brains because, by golly, we did it. We did a hard show tonight. I'm going to really rub it in tonight. I'm worth it. And we're going to say, make sure you guys all send in your cards. Make sure you join us on In Review, which is Tuesday night at 6 o'clock right here on the Craft Roulette YouTube channel, where we feature you, our viewers, and our contributors. Those words that change the accent and the syllable, like aristocrat, aristocracy, contributor, contribution. They just always throw me off. Anyway, we thank you so much for being a part of our show. Craft Chatterboxes, well done. Thanks for sticking with us, telling us when we couldn't hear us. Mr. Producer, I still like you. Kiss your brain. Y'all have a great night. Send in those cards. Go visit your channel or your channel and your store. Make something pop up, and we'll see you soon on Craft Roulette.
Nice.
Good night.